Awesome. Okay, guys. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys we got a great group on. Yay, awesome. Hope you guys are doing great. Thank you for joining us. If you are willing and able and can turn on your camera, would so appreciate it, because as a speaker and presenter, it's so much better to see you guys than it is to see people's names. So thank you. I've got an awesome lineup for you guys today. And so social media and branding is typically probably the highest request that we have for trainings, and the one that you guys want to learn the most about. And so we've had several successful ones, and I'm super pumped for today. We have Curtis and Abby back for an encore because they were great last time, and you guys learned so much from them. And Abby typically is the one that puts all this together, so she's like double dutying today on here. And then I've got the amazing Greg and Cece, and I was lucky enough to host a panel with them in South Florida. Was that last month? I guess September.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, September. And Greg is a dear friend of mine, and Cece, I learned so much from you, and you were just so awesome. So thank you guys for being on. So let's quickly just do an intro. If you guys can just tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do, and then we'll dive right into it. And throughout, if you guys have any questions, just dump them in the chat, and we'll I'll field them and we'll get to them. Cece, you want to go first?
Sure. Hey everyone, thanks for being on. I'm Cece Underwood. I lead the Selling with Cece team here in Jacksonville, Florida. We use TikTok, YouTube, everything for marketing in our business, and it helps to drive traffic to our websites, Instagram, and other places. We're on track to sell about 200 homes this year.
She's the TikTok queen. Can't wait for you guys to hear some of her stuff with TikTok. So good. Okay, awesome. Greg?
Greg Erlanger. I've been with Keller Williams since 2008. I'm up in Cleveland. I'm the co-founder of the Easy Referral Network, which has expansion teams in Columbus, Cincinnati, Philly, Pittsburgh. And we're looking at 1,400 units. We've just got #1 in Ohio for the 8th year in a row, amongst all realtors, all brokerages. So that's exciting. And we're a marketing-based business. All of our leads and our business has been derived through marketing, specifically social media, hyper-local niche websites. And that led to the evolution of a media company that we vertically integrated through Gary Keller's advice, of which we've even implemented with Dana in one of her offices. And up in Michigan, we put it in 3 other offices. So video production, and as it correlates to brand development and social media.
Awesome. Great job. Curtis?
I am Curtis Rose. I'm super excited to be here with you all today because I just recently moved from Kentucky to Texas. And so I'm kind of starting off my social media branding in a new city. So all the things that I've been researching, I get to share with you all.
Which I'm so glad, because Curtis, I feel like we all know so many realtors that move somewhere and they're like, I don't know anybody. I'm not from here. How do I grow my business? And people think it's impossible. And it's definitely not. Yeah. Our friend Ken Pozak proved that to be true, moving to Orlando, not knowing a soul. And now I think he's at like, what, a bazillion in volume close? I don't know. Awesome. Okay. Abby.
Hi, I'm Abby Hotchkiss. A couple of years ago, I worked part-time as the DOFI, which is a KW term, but Director of First Impressions. And I kind of found a passion and talent in marketing and social media and all the creativity that comes along with real estate. And I think Dana saw the need. So now I run all of the marketing for different market centers in our region.
Abby, when you guys come to me and say, your stuff looks so good, that's Abby. People are like, I love these one team graphics and all this stuff. I'm like, that's Abby. Awesome. Okay, cool. So Greg has to hop off a little early. Well, let me back up. Let's go back and say, let me just start with a couple of quick hit things. What are each of your, I know we kind of said Cece, yours is TikTok, but right now, what is your preferred platform for social media? Where are you finding the most traction?
Right now for us, it would be YouTube and TikTok.
Okay. Yep. Perfect. Greg?
Instagram, and because I'm 47, Facebook, I still have gray hair. So Facebook, I get leads through Facebook and some Messenger a lot of, but Instagram's my personal favorite right now. And YouTube's the most important, but Instagram's the one I live on.
Yep. Okay. Curtis?
I would say most of mine comes from Instagram and Facebook. Just because that's, well, in Kentucky, because that's where all of my sphere of influence is.
Yep. Okay. Abby, what about all of our stuff and what do you think for you?
Personally, I prefer Instagram, but as a business, I think that Facebook kind of just powerhouses. Usually the people that are in the market are going to be more on Facebook.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So let's start basic, whoever wants to jump in, but because we get this question a lot and then we'll go deep, but do you guys have personal and business? Or are you just pushing your business? Are you doing everything more on your social? Like on your personal, what's your all's preference and what's on that? And while you're talking, I'm going to grab one piece of paper off of my printer of something that I want to share with you guys. So go for it. Whoever wants to go first.
I think a lot has to do with your brand development, and I'll speak a little bit more just because I got to drop at 1:30. But as you develop your own brand and decide, am I going to be personable? Am I going to be business oriented? If you're going to be personable, then you're going to want to, I think, more engagement with your personal assets. Like if you're going to friend me and you're going to friend me as a business, I'm sort of insulted. If you friend me as Greg Erlanger or, as the person, then I'm like, okay, you really want to be my friend. So if you're a high eye and you want to have that personal touch, it's going to be real tough to do when you say, please follow my business account. I don't want to really know you, but I want you to follow my business account. That's a take, not a give. So I don't work with what you will on that, but I feel like if you friend me, I want you to personally friend me and I'll friend you personally and we'll really have a relationship. It's hard to do on the business accounts.
Yep. Love that. Totally agree. Anybody else want to add anything to that?
So for me, I feel like I get a lot. I do have a business account in Kentucky right now, and I feel like I get a lot more traction and a lot more engagement with my personal account, and not just from the people who know me personally, but also the people that I transact with.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Cece, any different?
I agree with that. I mean, if you are a team, and I think business accounts are important for branding and for running ads and lead generation purposes, but if, for connecting in relationships, you're personal.
Okay. Yep. Love that. Okay. Okay, Greg, I want to start with you on marketing a little bit. And before we start, I just want to share a quick video, and don't you guys judge my stuff on my screen, but hold on one second. I know I have a lot of stuff on there. This is probably my favorite marketing video that Greg has that I've seen, period, in a really long time. I absolutely loved it. And so I just want to share this with you guys to start. And then I want Greg to talk a little bit about marketing and video and stuff. Okay, here we go. Let me make sure you can hear it. Sorry, I'm still trying to.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm here for the listing appointment. Would you like to list with me? No? But how about now? Now would you consider listing your house with me? Many times realtors don't take into consideration their attire, their materials. What are they presenting to the consumer to tell them that they're the ones that can market their home better than anybody else? I'm going to teach a 16-week course that goes over just that tip, as well as many other tips from.
Okay, I'm going to stop it. And if you want to learn more about the course, you can just reach out to Greg because he's amazing and you can do it. But didn't that immediately catch your attention right off of the bat? And it is so true. So Greg, talk a little bit just about that and the importance of marketing and video, and share with them your secrets and your tips.
Yeah, there's a lot to that. So there's a lot going on there. The video itself, specific to that, you have to grab people's attention and interest immediately, or they're gone within seconds. You have to grab their attention and earn the right for them to keep watching. So I put the flare piece. I call it flare when you snap your fingers and change clothes, or we have this cloning technique where you can talk. You've seen people talk to themselves, where they clone themselves or what have you. And all of that is through the video media company. They're actually not hard techniques to do. You typically hire somebody to do that, but that's entertainment, infotainment, offer information and entertainment at the same time, earn the
Okay,
right.
hold on, wait, you're going so fast. I really want them to hear that. Infotainment. Say that one more time, because it's
Yeah,
huge.
I stole that from Seychelle Van Poel or somebody, but Jeff Glover, somebody, but information and entertainment. So people are looking to be informed and they're looking to be entertained at the same time. So all of your posts should have some piece of value. All your videos should have some piece of value, and that value can come through motivation, through entertainment, through information, entertainment, motivation. Are you inspiring them to do anything? Is there any value in what you're putting out there? And I felt like that what I was doing is I put the flare piece, going back to that, the flare piece is the snap. That was the kind of the fun thing to wait, what, this is a little different. This is kind of cool. I put it at the very beginning to make sure that I hooked them. So then I earned the right for them to listen to me talk about my course. It's like clickbait in a way.
Yeah.
If you've heard that term before. So that's why it's laid out. That's why that one's laid out that way. Flair could be anything from, flair is just something that's, and I'm making that word up. Like, it's my way of communicating. Like, it needs to be entertaining in some fashion. So like, if you were doing a home tour, why not roll up on a scooter? Why not jump out of a convertible? Why not do anything that is worthwhile? And that helps your brand development. And don't do anything that is out of brand. So if you're trying to be sophisticated and cool and sexy, and I know Pat Murphy will roll up in his ride, his whip, like, he's not going to be jumping out of, some beater car, right? That boy's going to roll in his custom, look. I
got him. He's like, yes, I am.
I just want to make sure he's paying attention. All right. So Patrick Murphy's got a specific brand. And so he should stay within that brand as he does that flare piece in the beginning to grab attention, but he could really work with that. And it's his brand development, kind of taking all of this back to brand. Video is a great way to introduce your brand and manage your brand, but you can't do that really if you're not in the video. And that's the evolution where I'm at now. And I'll kind of give you guys this pro tip. In my opinion, I'm getting my whole team to understand we're creating TV shows with these home video tours, but there's no characters in the video, right? There's no characters on the show. You're the character of the show. Get in the video. If you're doing a home tour and you're not in it, like, the home tour is not really there to sell the house. The home tour is there to develop your personal brand and make people know you and top of mind and take mind share and realize there's Patrick Murphy again. There's Patrick Murphy again. And it's just that mind share and look at him. Nice car. Okay, cool. Looks good. Walk through the house, flipped on switch. Don't even have to say anything. Don't say, hi, this is Pat. Welcome to 123 Main Street. That's yesteryear. Just go through, flip on lights. But the important part is that you're in the video. It creates interest and it will hold you'll earn the right for them to keep watching your video. So there, I kind of went everywhere with that. Sorry. Hopefully there was a couple nuggets in there somewhere you can mine out.
Yes, no, that was great. And so Greg, before I go, I want to ask everybody something about video, but before I do that, what would you say to the person that doesn't like to be in front of the camera? Like, can you build your social media without video or without being on a camera? What would be your answer to that?
It's plausible and possible, but it's not, success leaves clues, and all the success we've seen. Where's Ken Pozak? He's in every video. And not only that, he's this close to every one of them. Have you noticed that, like, everybody's this close to the camera? They're not like they're in it. They're the character of the show, and everything that we've seen that has success as far as brand development and followers and things like that, the person is always in the video. So if you want followers, if you want to get, I don't see how you can do it without being, if you're uncomfortable with it, start with small parts. Like, just don't say a word, just open the door, flip on a light switch, just be in the video in some capacity so that they can identify that that's your listing and you're there selling and you're actually working on behalf of the seller. But maybe don't have a large speaking part, and you'll work into that over time. But I don't think any agent that's watching this right now, and thank you all for being on right now, because I think this is important. nobody can just ignore video, and nobody can ignore social media moving forward. I don't care how old you are. You don't get to, not if you want to be a top realtor, not if you want to continue to generate leads in your funnel and continue a successful real estate career, not moving forward. In my opinion, and it's a very strong opinion, it's not plausible. So get comfortable with video as quick as you can.
Yeah. Cece, will you talk a little bit about how you're an introvert? Because that cracked me up.
Very much so. It's funny. People, they assume if you're on video that you love people, you're an extrovert. That definitely is not the case. However, I'm an educator. So I believe to a core that I am a professional and educator first.
Love
And
that.
if, I said this, in South Florida, if I'm thinking about me, I'm thinking about the wrong person in the room. It really is about everyone else. And when you think about all the misinformation, for all the agents that are in, what they're getting on media, we have to be the ones to tell the real story of the market, what's good, what's real, and, how to help someone navigate through the ups and downs in the market and go for it and, answer those tough questions. Like we were talking today about just scripts and role play, how to handle the objection. I've got an interest rate of 2.75%. Why would I move? Right. If we're not addressing things like that head on, it creates some really good, unique conversations on social media when you are putting the tough things out there.
Yep. Totally. Yeah, totally agree. Curtis and Abby, anything on video you guys would add?
I truly just think that if you're not doing video, you're not going to be in business. Like that's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
I'm super, super comfortable on it, but I've made myself get comfortable with it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm going to show some, or Abby, you go ahead while I'm trying to find something real quick to show them. Anything you would add on that?
Yeah, I agree. And I like how Greg said that when like you're the character in the video, it makes it 10 times better. I would rather watch a video with someone in it any day. I think TT actually told me that the beginning of your video should be a person. That's how you get the most engagement. If it's not, then your engagement's going to be way down.
Yeah.
I saw a comment saying us old timers, and since I think I'm the oldest speaker right here, at 47, say that
You are. I think you are.
The cool part about being old timer, I'll use your vernacular. The cool part about it is everyone is going to respect the fact 10 times as much if you're doing it than if somebody younger is doing it. It's actually unique. It's unique value that you're proposing by doing video. So be the first old timer to embrace this and run with it, and you'll shock the market. You'll have more engagement than the younger folks because it's expected. You're unexpected. So there's an opportunity there.
Yeah, totally agree with that. I think we talked about this one time, but I heard Gary Keller say one time, there's always an interesting character in every great business. And really you guys, for us, and for all of you guys that are in real estate that are watching, which is probably pretty much everybody, like you're the interesting character. And so you have to figure out a way to be that. And you guys are going to know people when I say this, but like, I can think of people who, when you look at their social media, perception is reality, you would think that they are the top agent in the marketplace. And they're not. But they are very active on social media, and it is getting them a lot of business. But I want to share 2 quick things really fast with you guys video wise. I know this will be fun for everybody. Abby is not going to be happy about this. We'll do Cece's first. I think this is my favorite one, Cece, just to give you guys.
Weirdest dance trend ever. This
Okay.
is the timers dance.
I love it. I'm obsessed with that. Hold on. But so like, were you nervous to make that, and talk about a little bit about that video? Cause I mean, it like went viral, I think, right?
That one did. And it's funny. I mean, and that one, of course, was geared towards real estate agents.
Yeah.
Never forget that our agent partners is a form of lead generation. So that is also a target niche for us. And it was relatable. Every agent gets it. I even had comments. They're like, what are you talking about? I eat all the time. I gained so much weight being a realtor. So, I mean, it was just really fun to get a bunch of comments, and it was a really weird dance. You could call it a dance. I don't know.
But don't you think like that, one of the points I wanted to make about that though is don't feel like, I feel like sometimes we overthink it and we're like, we have to make this perfect video and this has to be perfect and it has to be exactly relevant to this, when really the ones that pop off are like that
Yes.
in
Yeah.
a major way.
Going on that, something that I think everyone should think about is leave clues that you're an agent, but every video that you post does not have to be about real estate. And honestly, you're going to lose followers if it is.
Yeah.
And be yourself, be your brand, and go make videos that people want to watch.
Totally. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to show you this one of Abby because I think Curtis actually made this. So at Mega Camp, I wanted Abby to make a really great reel to share from everybody being at Mega Camp. And she was like, she was like, I don't know if I can, blah, 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 blah. So this is what came out of it. And I haven't posted this yet, but it's amazing and I'm going to.
Hey y'all. Come along with us. Here in Austin, Texas for 2 straight days. See, that doesn't just keep recording. But I'm going to stop moving my words though. I jumble my words though. That's too long. See?
That's great.
I get quiet. I have to look at the camera in order to talk to you. So
I mean, it just cracks me up because that's real life. If you try to make videos, that is real life right there. And I'm like, it is just the best because like that, when we do post it, exactly right. That is exactly who just said that. Bobby, these are the things that people love. Like everybody will love to watch that. Yeah, love it. Sorry, Abby.
And showing that you're a real person.
Yeah, it is. It totally is. So Greg, I know you have to go soon, so I want to go back to you really fast. And I think it might have been Liz asked a really great question. What are the basics to define your brand? And what advice would you give people?
Well,
And what have you haven't shared that I want you to share? Because I know you have to go early.
Well, okay, so the basics of your brand development, don't try to be somebody else, be authentically yourself. But how do you do that? And the number one thing that somebody once told me was, Greg, you don't see yourself the way other people see you.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now I'll say to every single person, I see out there, and the one on my screen, I see Michelle, I see Susie. Susie, you don't see yourself the way other people see you. So how do other people see you, and how do you know that? Well, you have to ask them. So I always give a homework assignment to ask 10 people the 3 feelings they get when they think of your brand, when they think of you. What are the 3 feelings? What are the thoughts? What are the descriptors, right? Ask 10 people that. And if you actually do this homework, you will self-discover. There will be something there you'll learn. You'll be surprised. There'll be a repetitive word over and over again. Mine was energy and motivation. Now I just got over strep throat. So this is me high energy after strep throat. But I heard I had a lot of energy and I just thought I was over caffeinated. So anyway, I learned that. And then I was able to develop a brand around motivation, energy, and you can obviously create what you're passionate about. When you're genuine and authentic about what your brand is, all the marketing pieces and the videos, once you create your silos of content, your content silos, meaning like landlord Greg, realtor Greg, coach Greg, right? And I start to create content around each one of those, but it all goes back up to your original brand, like who you are really, and what are you trying to accomplish with your brand? What are you trying to communicate? And if you're real, people will buy into that. If you're fraudulent, I'm a luxury realtor, like I'm rolling around, I can't see Pat now, so I don't get to see his reaction, but I'm not rolling around in his whip, right? So I don't get to say I'm all luxury and fancy like he is, but God, I wish I could see his reaction.
I can see it. He's shaking his head, and I'm just wondering what kind of car he drives now, because I actually don't know. He's saying no.
That's a murdered out something fancy I can't afford. It was like as much as my first house. But anyway, so no, the point is be authentic with your brand, have fun with it. The more genuine and real you are. Landlord Greg for me has gotten the biggest following. If you go like on my Instagram or whatever, and you find that, you can see me like horsehair plaster, spackling. One of the best views I got, I speed ramped. I painted a porch. I just rolled out, painted a porch, and I got like 800 views right away on YouTube Shorts. I was just testing out YouTube Shorts as a new short form video platform, and just to see if it'd work. And I did, realtor, no one cares. Landlord Greg painting a porch, 800 views, because that's real, I guess. People like it. So there's being authentic within your brand is important. And then my one tip, which I've heard over and over again, you guys might have all heard this before too, but what problem are you solving?
Yeah.
Right? That's always ask yourself with the videos, with what, don't worry about what you can get from somebody, but what problem can you solve for somebody with the service you provide, with the brand, are you brightening somebody's day with this post? Like what can you solve? What problem, what can you give? What value can you provide in every post that you make, whether it's video or it's a Canva post, it doesn't matter. What are you giving to the world with your messaging and your content?
Yeah. So good. Thanks, Greg. I just got a lot, and I hope you guys wrote all that down. I hope you guys got a lot of that because it was very, very, very good. I'm trying to post the big nuggets in the chat. Greg, any last burning thing you would share with them?
No, Dana's amazing, and you guys are all blessed to have her leading your world. And I think y'all know that. And since I don't work for her anymore, I'm not being accused of being unauthentic because I get nothing for this. I just get to be honest. You guys are very, very fortunate to have such a great leader. So thanks for having me on. Thank you guys for being amazing, and
Greg,
lean into social.
Thank you. You're the best. Will you type in the chat how they can find you if they have questions for you or if they want to attend any of your courses or anything like that?
Yeah, just Greg Erlanger on Instagram's probably the best. YouTube channel would be a favorite to me if you follow and hit the bell on that stuff. But yeah, that'd be amazing. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys. Honored to be with these other folks on this call. See, you guys are amazing. Thank you.
Okay, let's move to YouTube. So Curtis, have you done anything on YouTube? Are you doing very much on YouTube?
No, but I'm getting ready to start. That is in the plan.
Okay, so Cece, will you talk to us a little bit about YouTube? And then Abby, you've been doing some of ours too, so I'd love for you to talk about that. But what are you posting on YouTube? And talk a little bit about YouTube, because I think that's sometimes that when it's like we all need to be doing, like it needs to be probably be number one, really.
Yeah, and I mean, Ken Pozak, such a huge inspiration, I think, for a lot of us, for those that have watched his journey and knew him when he was in another state, and just that intentionality. And he was on stage and he's like, I did a video a day. So we heard him say that. And last year we went on our challenge and we did the same thing. We did a video a day, which in my world does not mean a video a day. In my world, that means how can I get 90 videos recorded in 5 days? That's how my brain operates, because I'm not doing this every day.
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what? It's all about posting, because you never know what's going to go viral. You never know who's going to watch it a million times. You never know who's going to share it. And so really worrying about if someone saw it, if someone liked it, really does you no good. Just continue to put the content out there. And that was just a big deal for us. We did community videos, then we branched out to buyer seller videos, market updates. And now we've got our recruiting. We've got a careers YouTube channel for our recruiting for our team. And I think we have 1,000 watch hours on one community video, and minimum, we've closed 7 deals from this one video. And it was a community video. It's the main video on our website. It's a really, and it's a fun video to, Greg's point, it was my personality. I'm like dancing. I don't know what I did in the moment. We're all goofy when it's ourselves, but I was like that in the video, and I put a vest on and I did some weird little move dance, and people just thought that was like the highlight of the video. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Is it the one that I posted that you sent me? Okay. Is it that? I think
this one's on YouTube only. It's our beach walk video. We actually have it, like I said, if you go to sellingwithcece.com, it's our main intro video.
Yep. Okay. That's what I'm looking at right now. Yep. I'll post that in the chat so everybody can see that too. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, and I was actually, okay, good question. Do you post the same things on TikTok Reels and then post them on YouTube, or is it different content for each platform?
There is some variations with each platform. However, we do repurpose TikTok and we repurpose my TikToks to Reels and to YouTube Shorts. Like we're just posting to use the platform.
You guys, I didn't even know about YouTube Shorts until like just 3 seconds ago. So clearly I shouldn't even be the one hosting this, but I mean, I guess I need to get like Abby, could you know, I'm geriatric millennial. You couldn't have kept me in the loop with YouTube Shorts.
Whenever I said that's what I'm getting ready to start, that's what I meant was YouTube Shorts.
Okay. Is it separate? Like I can't be the only, do you guys all know about YouTube? Like, okay, thank you. People are shaking their heads. No.
It's like TikTok.
It's what?
It's like TikTok and Instagram Reels.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But on
part of
YouTube.
the YouTube platform though, yes.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Cece, you said something that was like profound. Like I want to get it on like a video. It needs to be its own reel that goes viral. But on the panel in Florida, you said something about your video would something people's not. Do you remember what you said? I'm trying to remember it.
Because my shitty video will beat the video you don't post.
Yes, any day of the week. Yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah. So just remember that when it comes to videos, because even the ones that are crappy or even the ones that aren't professional or whatever will beat the non-videos any day of the week. So it's just doing them. It's just getting out there and doing them.
I made a video on TikTok about cleaning shoes. Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I took it down because I was just over it and it was an embarrassing video anyway. It was very low quality video. I got 10,000 followers from that one video.
Yeah, it is wild. Cece, I was going to share this in the beginning. So your TikTok account, you have almost 21,000 followers, 78% female, 22% male. Highest watch times for you are 7 to 9 p.m. during the week. And Saturday, pretty consistent from 11 to 11. Let me pause there for a second. Abby, do you know what your best times are for people viewing?
The business pages are always 7 p.m.
Yeah, mine are too. Yeah. Curtis, are yours about the same? Do you know?
My analytics say that it's about 6 p.m. right now, which is 7 p.m. in Kentucky, and which is where most of my followers are.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Totally. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then Cece for TikTok videos, she has a couple that she shared. One of the ones that I showed you, but anywhere between 13,000 views to 200, and the one that we showed you guys of her dancing was 294,000 views and 144 comments. And so that actually takes me to one more question that I had. Would love to hear your all's feedback on, like, time frame. What time frame on videos are you trying to stay at, whether it's Reels or anything else, or YouTube?
Depends on how interesting the video is. But I would say 7 seconds is plenty of time if you're on Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts.
Okay.
Put words on it. Like words will, and not words that like people can read in one paragraph, but like chop the words out throughout the video, because then people stay on to stay engaged. Your watch time goes up. TikTok's going to put it in front of more people because it thinks, well, people are interested and people do read the words because it guessing.
Yeah. Okay. And you just reminded me of something. When Linda and I were talking about our podcast, we had this in our notes because people always say, what's the perfect time for a podcast, like the length? And we keep ours between 30 and 4 minutes. But you guys, Joe Rogan's podcast is the most popular in the world by downloads and shares. And his episodes are like up to 3 hours sometimes. So the point of that is if it's interesting and there's value, people will watch no matter how long it is. When Josh, my best friend, and I were doing our vlogs, and I think Tyler's on here, so he can probably type in the chat if I tell you something that's not accurate, but we were like, nobody is going to watch us for 20 something minutes. And they do. I mean, as long as there's value, or it's interesting, or it's funny, or they're learning something, they will watch the entire time. Okay. Abby said, Abby, you said stay under a minute on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, I think staying under a minute is the safe ground on Instagram and TikTok, just because people are scrolling. So if you don't catch them within the first 10 seconds, then they're probably not watching your video anyways. So if it is going to be longer than 10 seconds, make sure that that first 10 seconds, like really what Greg was saying earlier, like really hones them in. And then obviously they might watch the rest of your video if it's interesting. If
Yeah.
it's real estate related, I posted a video of Ross Cummins the other day talking about rates, and it was really informational. I think it was like a minute and 20 seconds long. It had captions on it, and it blew up on our business page. So I think that you can do it if it's information that people are wanting to hear. But if it's just short little clips, those usually end up doing better, and they're easier to make too. So
Cece, do you put words on yours? Like, I know you do on the TikToks, but on the reels too?
Yes, we definitely do. I was never an Instagram big user, so that's why I put our team page in there. At TikTok, I think their editing platform is so much easier and more efficient. The downside is where we're starting to move now is just recording it on the camera, like just on our phone, because of the restrictions on music usage. If it's, original, if you take the music from TikTok and it automatically downloads to your phone, you got to mute that. So where we're doing now is just record the video on your phone and then uploading it and editing the rest of it in the app so that you can use their music and you don't have to worry about being muted or shut down for, any music licensing purposes. And it helps the algorithms whenever you're using their features.
Yeah. Okay.
Andrew just asked what design software we use what software we use to edit the videos. I'm a big user of CapCut. So if you go to the App Store, it's a free download. It's called CapCut. You can do anything and everything that you want from there. And whenever you go to add the audio, this is my favorite feature. So like if you find an audio on TikTok that doesn't sync the video to that sound, you can actually download the video, click add audio, and extract just the audio from that video that you've downloaded to your phone. It sounds a lot more complicated than it is, but it's so easy to use.
Okay, let's thank you for sharing that. And I want to get to some of these questions, but are there any other apps you guys like really recommend or anything that you're using?
I
Abby
just put some in the
Caption.
chat. Yeah, I use Shocks, CapCut, captions. Captions will actually put like your words on of the video for you. You do have to edit some of them, like the grammar is not exactly correct and sometimes they jumble words, but it is editable. And then CapCut is a great app. Curtis got me on that. And Shocks actually has templates for you that you can either use or edit or change the material in, and they're already made, and they do have sounds on Shocks, but I would recommend using the trending sounds on Instagram. If you are going to make a reel and put the time aside to do that, make sure you're using a trending sound, because otherwise you might just be wasting your time.
how
just
are
to-
you guys finding trending sounds?
If you just go to Reels, you're going to hear the same sound a few times. Those are the trending sounds that are happening right now, and also mixed in with the sounds that you're watching videos to. But if you go, for those of you who aren't super tech savvy or don't have the time or want to go in and edit your own videos, if you go into Instagram, you hit the Reels button at the bottom, go into the Reels platform. Instagram has made hundreds of templates with trending sounds to those videos that you can go in and just go to your camera roll, click, 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 click. Even if it's just, I wouldn't suggest it, but photos of houses that you've sold lately. Like it'll automatically make them, and all you have to do is hit post.
Yeah.
Because I would rather you post something, like you said, my shitty video is going to get more views than the video you didn't post.
Yeah.
Post something rather than nothing. And that's super easy, super useful.
I
Yeah.
even follow people on TikTok. There are dedicated Instagram users and TikTok users. Their accounts are solely dedicated to what's the trending sound and how do you use it. So just go follow those people.
Yeah, there's also real tutorials. Like I just put in the chat. If you just look up real tutorials, and just keep scrolling, some of them will say use template, or some of them will direct you to use another app. But I literally will screenshot it'll have like use 16 photos, and photo 1 is 60 seconds, photo 2 is 50 seconds. Like it lays it all out for you. And then usually in the captions, it'll tell you the different transitions that you can use, the app that they're using. Like it's a full on tutorial. That's how I've learned to make a lot of mine. And I love it. I usually just save on Instagram, if you use the save tool, different reels that come up, and I'm like, oh, I could use that sometime. I'm going to save that. And then when I need content, I go back and look at my saved, and I already have 50 videos in my saved album that I can go through and say, hey, I just shot a video of this, and I think that it would fit really well in this tutorial. Or
Yeah. The tutorials have been a game changer for me because I don't have a lot of time to go through and like make that stuff. But I mean, not the tutorials, the templates. I like to just use the template. Yeah, I think those are like really, really good. I skipped one from Stephanie. Do you have a media company that records and edits, or are you guys doing it all yourself?
I do everything myself right now. CapCut makes it super easy to do that. This is more powerful than any DSLR camera that, well, not any, but not the ones that TT has, but than most of your Canon Rebel cameras. Like the video quality is going to be so much better, and the sound quality.
Yep, love it. Yep, and I'm typing in the chat, but like all of you, a great thing would be like take a picture of this Zoom, or you watching it or whatever, and like post that you're upping your social media game, and you're like, everybody should be posting like anything like that you can think of, by the way. Just like do it, just make yourself do it.
Tag as many people as you can in your stories, because
they reach it.
Post it, you're gonna get it's all about, if you want engagement, you have to engage.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Yes. Yeah.
this is something that I struggle with too, but Instagram doesn't like discriminate against you just because you don't know how to make videos or don't have the most quality pictures or whatever it is. Instagram is not looking for necessarily super, they want quantity, they want the consistency. Their algorithms are set up in a way where they want you to be social on their platform because they want you to be on it more often. If you're posting consistently, it doesn't always have to be of super high quality. They're going to reward you just for being on their platform more and engaging more, because the more that you're on their platform, the more that you're engaging with others, the more that others are going to start engaging with you. It's kind of like a snowball effect, and it'll really get your page jumping.
Yeah.
I always say be social on social media. That's how they reward you, is to be social.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, if you consistently for 50 days posted 2 videos a day, I promise you, I don't care if they're crappy videos or what, I promise you one of them is going to go viral.
Yeah. Just for the consistency.
Just from the Instagram's just going to push it out to the right people. Now and don't overdo the hashtags, or that's a whole nother. I'm going a whole rant about hashtags.
Okay, actually, let's touch on hashtags in 1 second. Cece, for your YouTube content, Stephanie was wanting to know if you use a media company, or do you guys do that?
It is a mix. So you notice like some of them are just us in the office with my camera and a ring light, and we'll just do random backgrounds if I'm doing on-demand content. We did start using a videographer, and what we call it rapid fire. So on our rapid fire days, we'll go offsite. Now we just go into my house. The videographer sets up in my house for 2 hours, And the goal is to record as many videos as possible. So, I mean, we've done 20 to 25 videos in an hour. Usually I can average 25 videos an hour whenever we're doing rapid fire. So
Wow.
that is the highest and best use of my time we have found. And that way he controls, you know, that the editing, it's outsourced so that our in-house team isn't bogged down with it. I've spent 2 hours of my time. He gives the videos back to us with an intro, outro, and videos. And that makes the most sense for us. And then we can post on our time.
Cece, I have a question for you. Do you see that hiring that videographer and the editing company do you look at that as do you have a return on your investment? Like, is it a necessity or is it like, I mean,
Yeah, is
obviously,
it an expense or an investment?
yes.
Oh, and just to give you guys an idea, like talk to videographers, it's $350. Usually $350 for my 25 videos. So I think he charged me 500 when we did 50. But again, they're very short. The goal is under a minute. So this is short form content versus he might also charge me $400 when we do a community video. It's still 2 hours, but there's a lot more editing involved with community videos. There's drone work. There's a lot of editing. So when it's just rapid fire and it's me talking in the moment, saying the things that we already educate buyers and sellers about, or agents, there's not much editing because I'm talking and it's like, here's the title, like here's the topic and video, here's the topic and the video, topic and video. And we just rapid fire through. So I think it's the highest best use of my time, as well as even our marketing in-house. We don't even have her do that. We would just rather him pay for it. He brings the lighting, the filters. $350 to $500 is by far, you won't even get someone on Fiverr to do it that many videos for that much.
Yeah.
And actually that was a great question, Curtis, and great point, Cece, because I think sometimes like that's why I loved working with Tyler and love working with Tyler still to this day. And from the beginning, I think Tyler would tell you that I knew I was never going to do that stuff on my own. So I had to just like take the leap and spend the money and have somebody do it, because, and same thing, even with Abby working with us, doing all of the media, like it's, you get to a point where either you don't have the time or you know that you're just not going to do it. And so I think by now you've heard like this stuff is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And so you have to figure out a way to get social on social. What advice would each of you give somebody who just is getting started?
Get out your phone and make some videos. Like, just what's a hobby that you like to do? Like, talk about a hobby that you like to do. You don't have to talk about real estate. If you want to talk about real estate, go walk through a house, have somebody walk around with you. Don't even talk in it. Flip on the lights, like Greg said. Just get in front of the camera and start.
Yep. Love it. Cece?
I would say be you. I mean, we talk about being authentic. There is only one of you, and that is for a good reason. So trying to be like someone else and be funny if you're not funny, or, you know, be professional in a suit if that's not who you are, trying to sell luxury if that's not your brand. Like, I use the term, like, you'd never see me in pearls. I associate pearls in my world with luxury. I go, you'd never see me in pearls. I don't look the part, act the part, speak the part. It's just not going to happen for you. So I don't try to be that person. Me, I'm goofy, we're fun, and sometimes a little scary and intense. And I just put that on social media.
Love it.
Same.
Love it.
I'm all over the place and I put it all over social media.
Yeah. Abby, what would you say for someone just getting started?
I would say figure out like who your audience is, like who are you actually speaking to, because it might be different for everyone. It probably is different for everyone. Some of you all might go more towards first-time home buyers. Some of you all might do luxury. Some of you all might be more like family oriented. Just figure out who your audience is. Go to your followers, look who's following you, look at who's engaging with your content, because those are the people that care about what you're posting. Figure out what they like. start posting about what they like, start engaging with their content. If Curtis comments on my thirst trap, if I post a thirst trap, the next time he posts a thirst trap, I am going to comment on it. I'm like, yes, slay, like, please, like, all heart eyes.
There are people on here that are like, what are those words? Shenandoah is like, what is thirst trap?
But we need to prove to ourselves.
Yes. And I think that it's so true. Like, people that comment on my stuff, I usually return the favor. People that, and even in our business pages, like people that are tagging us, people that are engaging with our content, I return the favor. I'm sharing their stuff. I'm commenting, I'm saving, I'm like sending it to people. Saves and sends are huge. If
Yeah.
you want to reward somebody on social media, save their content. Send it to somebody. That's gonna boost the algorithms. And if you're
Saves
engaging
are
with
the
them, do what?
Saves are the biggest. That gives you the most points with Instagram.
Tell
Yeah.
your family to go save your stuff. Like, hey, go save my stuff. Like, let's get it in the algorithm. The more you're engaging, the more people are going to engage with you. And if you're posting consistently, then your Instagram, you should see growth.
Yeah.
Maybe not at first, but it'll come.
So just for those, I know that there are some of you that are wondering this. Yes. So right now on Instagram, the saves are what, so let's see, like, I hate, oh shoot, hold on. Got it. Okay. Like that little thing right there is the save, sorry, Frankie is going nuts, is the save. And so like, that's why you'll see a lot of times people will say, save this, recipe, save this quote, whatever. Yeah, she said she's helped a lot of people and not known it. Saves are what are making them show up in the algorithms. So the more that you can get people to save and or share, the more that you're going to show up. There was a really good question in here. I want to go back up to it really quickly because I actually struggled with this too. What are you guys doing if it's a business page for trending sounds? Because you can't get.
I was about to touch on that because our business pages were business pages at first, and I changed them because I can't, Instagram, there's no reward for having a business page for a realtor. I kind of think business pages on Instagram is more if you're going to try to set up like a shop or something, and not being able to use trending sounds. They honestly need to update it, but I don't know if that will happen.
Yeah.
Well, you can't. The royalties.
Yeah. The only way I've been able to get to find it, like on our new Village Social page, I log on as that, and then I go to like mine or one of y'all's and I save the music, but only some of them will save. Some of that, like if you're trying to save a Morgan Wallen song, good luck. It's not going to work on your business page, but some of them will. It just depends on which one it is. But that's a great point, Abby, unless you're, I don't know, anything, Curtis or Cece, do you guys know anything different on this?
Change exactly what Abby did, change the type to creator. And even if you have a shop, which I don't see any of us real estate agents, like why would we have a shop unless you're selling something?
Yeah.
You can still create a shop on it. I'm 99% sure, but change it to a creator page because Instagram's not pushing your business page. They will push creator pages.
Yeah.
Creators are what keeps people on their platform.
Yeah. Okay.
There might be a professional page too. That might be what our business pages are, but you can see all your insights. It has like a professional dashboard where it'll show you everything. It'll show you what posts are doing well, what posts aren't. I think that's really important to pay attention to too.
Not personal pages either.
Yeah. Okay. Cece, tell them what you shared in the chat because that's great.
So this is kind of my running content list, topics we've done in the past. Usually I'll go back through whenever I do prepare rapid fire day. I have my topics laid out. So I just go straight down the list and I do the topic and then I'll do my video. So I've shared that with everyone. It's a viewer only. So if you save it, I do update it. It also has our contact information. If you have referrals for Jacksonville, I do update that. So
great idea. Such a great idea.
Hopefully that helps you guys. I believe in the power of giving and reciprocity. So I know content is a lot of everyone's hiccup. So we just started making a list for everyone to use.
That is amazing. Love it. Thank you for sharing that. So you guys, you can click on that in the chat and then save it. You all should never have an excuse to not know what to post again after that, because there
There's
are
over 200 in there.
217 on there. Yes, I love it. Love it. Love it. And then, oh, Curtis, did you share yours too?
I just shared
great.
a card page, my digital business card. It has the links to pretty much everything that I have for business right now.
Love it. Thank you so much.
If
Yes.
you don't have a card page as a business owner, you should get one. It's similar to Linktree, but it's a digital business card.
Love that. When we were at that Florida Mastermind, Cece, everybody was like, do you have a card? Do you have a card? I'm like, I haven't had a card in like 7 years. Like I need this. I know, which I mean, I don't necessarily know that's a good thing, but I mean, I haven't had one. Okay, this has been awesome. I know we're about out of time. I just want to see one more. There was one question that we didn't get to answer really fast. And it was about filters, I think. Maybe Bobby had a question on filters. Are you using the same one to create your brand throughout? Anything on that really fast?
Presets in Lightroom, yeah. I mean, stay consistent-ish with the same color schemes, same things like that. Because when people go to your page on Instagram, it should at least look decent.
Yeah. Cece, what about you?
I have two that I really like that I'll just, depending on the lighting that I'm in, I'll flip back and forth to. That's why I'm not as big of an Instagram user, but TikTok, I've got 1 or 2 filters I use all the time.
Yeah. Okay, Abby.
Yeah, I use Lightroom. I have probably 4 to 5 different presets that I'll switch among, but they're from the same package. So they're one and the same, just in different lighting. They look different. So
Mine are the Brittany Aldeans. Hers are the best filters I think I've ever seen in my life.
that's what I use. You sent them to me, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. They are so good. They were like $30. And I mean, I've used them for everything forever. There's like 2 or 3 that I love over and over that I use. Okay. Thank you guys. Any last pressing thing you guys didn't get to share that you wanted to share? Cause this has been a lot. Hopefully this was really valuable for you guys. Good. Are we good? It's Brittany Aldean, Jason Aldean's wife, for those of you that are country music fans, but on her Instagram, she sells presets and they're like very good. Very, very good. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Thank you, Cece, Curtis, Abby, and Greg, even though he is gone. Thank you all so much. Hopefully you guys found value in this. I know the chat's been blowing up. So I tried to take a bunch of notes and we'll send out a recap too to everybody with the recording. But yes, thank you. Great job, you guys. Thanks so much for sharing.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you all.
See ya.
Thanks.
Bye.
Have a great rest of your day. Good job, guys.